What's going on, everyone? Arjay here from BluWolf Outdoors, and in today's video I finally get to show you guys something I've been waiting to do since pretty much last November during Black Friday, and that is the rifle upgrade to my Mossberg Patriot chambered in 308. I finally received the MDT chassis and all the other components that I needed to do the upgrade, and when that thing came I was super excited, like a kid on Christmas. But before we get started, this is something I'm super passionate about. This entire channel I'm building to be something that I just absolutely love. And so if this is something that you guys like, do me a favor, please consider subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell notification so you guys get notified every single time I upload new content. Now with that, let's go ahead and get started. We have our Mossberg Patriot chambered in 308 that we are going to finally be upgrading and removing from its default stock over to the MDT LSS Gen 2 chassis. LSS stands for Light Sniper System. And so people are going to be like, well, Arjay, why are you going to upgrade this? You know, the Mossberg Patriot seems to be getting a lot of bad rep. But I think it is an awesome rifle. It's got some nostalgia for me. And I think it really looks cool. I mean, it's got a fluted and bolt. And then, of course, when you come down here, it's got a fluted barrel. So this is a nostalgia build for me as well as a budget build. So the LSS chassis comes in at about 400 and some change, and then this is one of their budget-friendly carbine stocks. And then I did go with the Premier AR pistol grip, and then the 308 5-round polymer mag. And the scope optic we will be using is a budget-friendly SIG Buckmasters 3x9 by 40 millimeter BDC rifle scope. So in that video, you kind of see me laying out all the parts and telling you why I'm upgrading my Mossberg Patriot. All over the internet, the Mossberg Patriot seems to be getting not the best of rep. If you guys haven't seen the channel Backfire, he's very popular and very known. He had nothing but bad things to say about the Mossberg Patriot. And so people will probably ask me why I'm spending the money to upgrade the Mossberg Patriot. Well, first and foremost, it's purely nostalgic reasons for me. This is the first rifle. Well, right now it's just the stock, but it is the first rifle I ever bought from Bass Pro Shop. It was a Black Friday deal, and pretty sure I got the whole thing with this scope. That's a no-name scope, which of course I swapped out. I mean, but it was ready to go, all under, I want to say, $500. It was a 308 Mossberg Patriot, fluted barrel, fluted bolt, and came with a scope. So technically you could have just went out, sighted it, shot a deer with it, and it would have been under $500. But I think the compliments and the positives stop there when it comes to online and YouTube. So for me, I wanted to take my very first rifle that I bought and was doing some long range shooting in, and I wanted to, of course, upgrade it, because quite honestly, why not? And if you guys are seeing this plastic here, that's obviously just to hold the 2 screws, because there's nothing on the other side that it catches onto. So I got this idea from a lot of other YouTubers that I've seen upgrade their stocks, where they just put this in case they want to keep it so that the screws don't just magically disappear. But again, it just comes down to nostalgia and purely wanting to do it. And so when all the parts came out, I mean, the instructions on the Mossberg Patriot is so freaking easy, it's not even funny. So here are the instructions, if you guys can see this. I mean, anyone can do it, okay? First, you're over here where you take out and unscrew the entire barrel in action from the stock. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. There's the original stock. Step 2, you go ahead and put it right on top of the MDT chassis, and then you put the 2 screws in. That is it. That is literally the steps on how to do it. Now before that, of course, you'd have to just screw in the buttstock and the pistol grip, but other than that, it's just simple 2 screws off of the old stock into the new stock, and that is how you do it. And that's pretty much what I did here. You'll see at first I attached the buttstock and the pistol grip, so the only thing left to do was pretty much take the barrel in action and drop it into the chassis. And once I had that all set in, I took out the existing optic, which is a no-name optic, and slapped on the SIG Buckmasters optic. I was going for a budget-friendly theme and attire for the Mossberg Patriot, and so I got my vise, I got all my levels in, and I was able to level the scope and optic into my Mossberg Patriot. And alas, it went from looking like your traditional hunting rifle on a polymer slash composite stock into the freaking super sexy MDT LSS Gen 2 chassis. Now, the LSS Gen 2 chassis stands for Light Sniper System, and it's their Gen 2. And this is something that I do want to take over to my fiance's family's property and hunt, because normally all the game that we hunt there is pretty much less than 50 yards. So all the hate that the Mossberg Patriot gets that it can't group sub MOA really won't matter when it comes to hunting at my fiance's family's property. But I did want something that would and can improve the accuracy of the not so popular Mossberg Patriot. And of course, I don't think anyone can dog or hate on how this thing looks. And of course, here is the SIG Buckmaster's optic, and it comes with flip ups. So if you look at the old optic, most optics that you buy will have these little covers, which is anything less than desirable. But here I have my first budget friendly rifle build, and I couldn't be more excited about this. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to actually take this and shoot it in the range, of course. So in the next video, I'm going to take this sexy beast, and it's always the little things with me. So if you'll notice in the SIG Buckmasters, it comes with a little handle ready. So it allows you to play with your magnification easily. And if you don't like it and it's sticking out, you can unscrew it and take it out. But I actually don't mind it, and I actually really like it because most of the optics that I bought scope ring levers for anyways. So I like that. And yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about this. Again, tell me what you guys think about this. I have seen other people shoot Mossberg Patriots with an upgraded chassis, and they have seen an increase in accuracy. And that could be because of the truly free floating barrel here. I mean, there's nothing touching that thing. If you guys take a look at it, there is absolutely nothing touching that barrel. And so it's really cool. I love how it looks. The only thing I'm going to upgrade left is probably I need to get an M-lock attachment here for a sling, and that would be it. That would complete this whole build. And then if I want, because this is a 5-round magazine, if anything, I might upgrade it to a 10-round magazine. You never know, right? The more rounds, the better. As of right now, I did go with the 5-round magazine. And so tell me what you guys think. Is this something that interests you? Is this something that you guys have done? Is this something that you're interested in doing? Again, it is just purely nostalgia for me, okay? All the parts, including optic, the chassis, the grip, the buttstock, and the magazine is under $1,000. So when we're talking about budget friendly, this is something that I was wanting to do, because everything outside of the optic, it was around $700, and the optic I got on sale for $91 during the Black Friday sale. And so when we're talking about budget friendly, there's a difference between budget friendly and cheap, and this build is nowhere near cheap because MDT chassis are freaking amazing, and this one started at like $479 or something like that. So nowhere is this cheap, but it is budget friendly. It's more on the budget side of things and doable side of things, and you're not dropping $2,000 for a rifle. And again, when it comes to the nostalgia portion, this is just my first rifle. I personally think it looks cool. No one can tell me otherwise. It's got that fluted bolt, it's got that fluted barrel, and I'm a fan. I love it, and I'm gonna shoot the heck out of this thing. And I'm going to tag Backfire and be like, Backfire, I know you hunt a lot and it is your life and you have multi-$1,000 weapons, and it is goals for a lot of us to have. But the vast majority of us are interested in seeing how far our money can go and if it can land us some of that big game deer. And if you saw the first video I made about the Savage Axis, then you'll know that that $400 rifle, of course, landed me my first spike. And so, yeah, it'll land you game 100%. Now, of course, let's take this to the other side of the spectrum and be fair and address the other side of things. When and if I get better at this skill and I start to do Western hunting and I start shooting crazy game more than 100 yards, for sure, probably, maybe not, depending on how this thing performs with this chassis, I probably will be going with a different rifle. Now, if you have land that games show up less than 100 yards, this thing I can almost guarantee you will execute and perform admirably, especially with the MDT chassis and the free-floating barrel. So let me know what you guys thought about that video. Do any of you out there own a Mossberg Patriot? Do you feel just as nostalgic as I am? Do you feel like shots are fired every single time someone else talks bad about it? Let me know down in the comments section below. So if you guys did enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification, because I will be doing a part 2 where I am taking this thing out to the range and we're gonna see what kind of groupings it can do for us. I did buy a new toy as well to sight in with the Mossberg Patriot, and I'm going to show you guys in the next video, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys can see which new toy I bought for this upcoming hunting season. That's all we have for today at BluWolf Outdoors. I will see you guys in the next one.